How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick, End-Time Watchman. I hope everyone is blessed. I worked all night, got home, went to church. Wife and I went out to breakfast. She wanted to do a little craft shopping, so I am home. I said I'll knock out a quick video, go pick her up, and then I'm going to crash for a little bit. But I wanted to get this video out actually yesterday or the day before. I just been so busy I wasn't able to. And I was like, I have to find time to get this video out because I think it's pretty important and what I found is really interesting. So let's get into it. Now we go to screenshots. All right, so where do we want to start? Let's start with the cross. All right, so a lot of people know about this. In Kerrville, Texas, there's a 77-foot, 7-inch tall cross. So 77 feet, 7-inch cross called the Empty Cross. And I'll show you what it looks like. I think that's really cool. And that's in Kerrville, Texas. And what makes this interesting is the eclipse tomorrow. And you line that up with the Ring of Fire eclipse that happened on October 14, 2023. It intersects right at that cross, right where that cross is. So I thought that was really cool. Well, not a lot of people, actually, I don't think anyone I've watched has mentioned this cross. So this cross is 111 feet tall, so 111. So you have one that's 777, and this one is 111. Now let's go to here. It's called the Bald Knob Cross of Peace, and it's in Alto Pass, Illinois. And basically where Carbondale is, and this is where the 2017 and 2024 solar eclipse intersect. So if you just go to the south and west of Carbondale or Little Egypt or Cairo, Illinois, is where Alto Pass is. So we have those eclipses intersecting at these gigantic crosses. So I thought that was really neat. And what I found is that if one cross is 777 and the other one is 111, well, if you add them together, it's 888. In Greek gematria, that is the number of the name of Jesus Christ. So not only is Jesus doing his signature, the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, he's also putting his number of his name on these eclipses. So I thought that was really cool. Now we go here. Aaron from Got a Minute did a video on this. I posted a picture in my community. Earthquake shakes the U.S. East Coast, and the magnitude was 4.8. This was on April 5th. All right, so 4.8 April 5th. This is the photo I put in my community right around the time a lot of videos start getting posted. I didn't have time to do a video, so I thought I would at least put it in the community. Rare 4.8 magnitude quake rattles the Northeast. All right. So what did I find? Something to add to this, which I thought was really neat. All right. So this is the New Madrid seismic zone. All right. On the same day, let's go there. The U.S. Geological Survey recorded a magnitude 2.1 earthquake at 12:17 a.m. on April 5th, so the same day, and the 2.1 is very significant, and we're going to get into that. Go down to the bottom. The USGS said it had a depth of 7 kilometers or 4.8 miles. All right, so we have the number in the depth, not the magnitude. Now, what about the magnitude of 2.1? Why did I say that's significant? Well, it's at the New Madrid seismic zone. That's one. But what else from Scripture? All right, so a lot of people don't know this. Something I found, that Elijah isn't mentioned until 1 Kings chapter 17 or 117, the resurrection number. Remember, Nisan 17 is the day Jesus rose. All right, so that is when he's first mentioned, 1 Kings 17 or 117, and we're going to get into this number later in this video. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. All right, so now we go to 2 Kings. All right, so the 2 from resurrection day would be the 2,000-year church age. All right, now 2.1 or 2.1, that's like the magnitude. God's given us these signs. Well, why is this verse significant? And it came to pass when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. That's the rapture. All right, so we have that in the magnitude of this earthquake, and where the close to where these, who knows, it might even be where they intersect. I'd have to look. Actually, it's probably just south of there, but 2.1 earthquake on the same day that the 4.8 earthquake happened on the East Coast. But this one also has a depth of 4.8. So everything's pointing toward the eclipse. So I thought that was really interesting. All right. And I just have to give a shout out to, what's his name? Dan Martland. Dan Martland, you took an excellent photo. This is amazing. So this happened on April 3rd. So this was 2 days before those earthquakes, pointing to April 8th. Now this is Mount Etna, and I believe it's in Sicily. A lot of people, I don't have dream. I wish I dreamed about the rapture. I had a dream about the rapture, but a lot of people said they seen rings in the sky. In this earthquake, we've been talking about earthquakes so much. This volcano is putting these smoke rings up in the sky. So if you've had one of those dreams, does it look anything like this? I'm trying to find good photos of them. That would be really amazing if that's what they look like, because people said they seen rings in the sky when they were having a rapture dream. So that would be incredible. All right, so where do we want to go to next? All right, let's talk about the 117 again. Let's go to here. All right, so I went back to the eclipse, the first one, August 21st. Don't worry about the year yet. I'll show you. We're just looking at the month and day for now so you can see the day count. All right, so I went back to the eclipse, this because they're such huge signs, all right? So from August 21st, the first sign that we got, that got a lot of the Watchmen community up and going, it was 33 days before the Revelation 12 sign. Going out to October 7th, when the war in Israel started, is 47 days. Well, why is 47 important? All right, 47 is 1 month and 30 days plus 17, so it's really 117 in itself. So 47 can be looked at as 117, the resurrection number. All right, so let's go from the solar eclipse. I'll show you the real time date, to the war in Israel, 6 years, 1 month, 17 days, or you can look at it as 6 years, 47 days. All right, so this number 47, very important, very prophetic. All right, so the next sign that we all had, January 11th, or 111. Remember, that's the midpoint of all the eclipses. Let's go there real quick, just in case you're new and you have not seen it yet. So January 11th, 2024, we had this where we found the eclipses and the blood moons use January 11th, 2024 as the perfect midpoint to all of them. Now you can see there the days on the left and days on the right match because it's a perfect midpoint. So that was a huge sign for us, 111. And we keep finding that number, and I think Dr. Barry even found the number in, was it the first sentence of Genesis? So I thought that was kind of cool. So going from 111 out to Purim. Now, this is on Repo Man 64's timeline, okay? And to me, that's the most accurate one. This is the one I go with. So from 111 to Purim, well, what's interesting about February 27th, let's go there real quick. I think it's up here. February 27th, because the head of the year in Exodus 12, the first thing God did, we see, told Moses, move the head of your year back 6 months, so now it's in spring. It's on March 17th, starts the new year. So going from March 17th to Purim, February 27th of the next year, is 11 months and 11 days. So going from 111 to 1111 is 47 days. So I thought that was really interesting. Now we go here. Obviously, you can't have a bigger sign than the resurrection of Jesus Christ on April 3rd. Now, a lot of us celebrated it on Easter of March 31st. I did too, but I knew the true date was on April 3rd. All right, and April 3rd was Nisan 17, so we have 117 right there. Now, going 47 days out from there, or 117 from that date, you come to May 20th. Well, why is that important? May 20th, or Savan 6, is the birthday and rapture date of Enoch. So we have two resurrection types. We have Jesus being resurrected on April 3rd on 117 and going out 47 days, or you can look at it as 1 month, 17 days, 117, to May 20th, you're going to Enoch's rapture date. So I thought that was pretty incredible. Now, one more. This one's very significant because this is where we're coming up on. So going from Moses' birth and death date of Adar 7 on February 21st, going out 47 days, you come to the eclipse date, tomorrow, April 8th, 2024. Now, why is Moses so important? So Moses died at 120 years old, to the day. He died on his birthday. Well, that is representing the exact 6,000 years. It's not going to be 6,002. It's not 6,005. It's 6,000. We are at, I believe, 1,993 years from the cross. And you add the 4,000 years before that, we're at 5,993 and some change. All right. So we have to have a 7-year time of Jacob's trouble, Daniel's 70th week. So we are running really close to when the church has to be removed. All right, so let's get back to Moses. So he represents the 6,000 years because the 120 years that he was alive, you times that by the 50 for the Jubilee, and you get the 6,000. Okay, so his life was broken into 3 40-year periods, or you can look at it as 3 2,000-year periods through the time of man on earth. Okay. So the first 40, he was in Egypt. At the end of the 40, when he was 40, he killed an Egyptian and he had to flee. He wound up fleeing to Midian, where he was a shepherd. So the first 40 would be from Adam to Abraham. When he was in Midian, that would be from Abraham to Jesus, the shepherd, right? He's there tending to the flock. Well, then he goes back to Egypt. Why? To rescue his people, rescue the church. He winds up going to the wilderness with them for 40 years. All right, this would be from 80 to him turning 120. So that's like the Holy Spirit leading us through this church age. Now, when he got to the end of the wilderness, at the end of his life, at the end of the 6,000 years, he saw the promised land. He wasn't allowed to enter it, but he saw it. And he died at 120, representing the sixth. At the end of the 6,000 would be the start of the millennium. All right, so very important. So going from his birth and death date, 47 days, is April 8th, the eclipse. Well, what happened on Repo Man's calendar on that date? I would have to look again. I don't believe anything. So we will see what happens tomorrow. I'm excited about it. Now, I also found this and put this in my community. So speaking of 47, Psalms 47:5. God is gone up with a shout, the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. I love that. That is amazing. And someone in my community got it right away. They're like, wait, if God has gone up with a shout and the Lord with the sound of a trumpet, that means he had to have came down first. I said, absolutely. Because after Jesus ascended, it's clear in the text that he's sitting at the right hand of the Father. All right? Now he's waiting on the Father to look at him and say, go get your bride. Boom. Jesus is going to get up. He's going to come down. He's going to have the shout of the archangel, the last trump of God, and the dead in Christ are going to be raised. We're going to go up, meet them in the air, and we're all going to go up together. So this is saying that God has gone up. So if he's gone up, he's already came down and grabbed us in this psalm, which happens to be Psalm 47, the number of all the day counts I just gave you. So I thought that was really cool. Now, is there anything else? I covered the earthquakes, the smoke rings, number 47. Oh, this. I put this in my community yesterday, and you guys love this. So this is the emblem of the United States Space Command. Oh, you just happen to get an X right across America. Oh, that's great. So are they going to be part maybe of the Great Deception? Like they know this is about to happen, and space, they're part of like Space Force. They're going to, who knows, they might have everything ready to go for the Great Deception. So when we go up, maybe certain craft come down, all right, and they're going to deceive a lot of people. That's why we're doing these videos. We're trying to warn people not to trust what they're saying. We get your, get your eyes in the Bible, get your eyes on Jesus, because you do not want to be part of the great deception. I think that might have been it. Let's see. No, there was something else. I did notice, if I have it, I thought I had it. Hold on one second. If not, I'll put it in my next video. Is this it? Nope, I'll put it in my next video. I had where the Eclipse goes over Damascus, Virginia, and I was able to get, it starts at 153, and then the duration of time equaled 153. And 153 is the resurrection number. I could have swore I had it. Hold on. That's Alto, Illinois. I don't want to hold you guys up. I'll put it in my next video. I'll try to find it again. All right, but I love you. Put your prayers in the comments. Guys, we're right there. We're at the end. Lift your heads up, because our redemption draweth nigh. Oh, here it is. Town of Damascus. For some reason, it moved to my camera. So this is and it's actually, I believe, it's a partial solar eclipse in the town of Damascus, Virginia, and I thought that was really neat. And it begins at 1:53 p.m., the resurrection number, and the duration is 2 hours and 33 minutes. Well, the 2 hours would be 60 and 60. That's 120. Then you add the 33, that's 153. So it starts at 153 and it lasts 153. So I thought that was really cool. And it's going over Damascus. Who knows? Maybe Damascus will be destroyed. I seen Israel withdrew a lot of their troops from southern Gaza. And one article that I had time to read before doing this video said that they're preparing for a future battle. So I think they know something with Iran. I don't think it'll be Russia yet. I think Ezekiel makes that clear that they attack unwalled villages. Now that doesn't mean Russia can't help Iran. I mean, I can see that happening, but a full-on attack, I don't believe is going to happen until we're out of here, and that's after the peace deal, I believe, in the tribulation. That's the peace deal that the Antichrist is going to sign, that 7-year covenant. So I love you guys. I will try to go live from the eclipse tomorrow. Even if we just do praise and worship, maybe answer a few questions, that's fine. I'm hoping it's today, but if not, I think tomorrow's looking very promising. This is probably the highest watch date I think anyone can say that we've had in a long time. And if not, Dr. Barry's right. We still have Passover. There's still a lot of dates coming up in the immediate future. So, if you're not saved, what I would tell you is Jesus did it all on the cross. You don't have to do anything. You come as you are. You don't have to clean yourself up first. Jesus will wash away every sin you've ever committed and will commit, has already been nailed to his cross. All you have to do is accept the free gift through faith. It's that easy. You do not want to be here for these last final 7 years. They're going to be the worst that humanity's ever endured. It's going to be so horrible. It's going to be like the 6,000 years all wrapped up in 7 years. So it's going to be real bad, and you will not regret getting raptured and spending the rest of your eternity in heaven. All right, so I love you guys, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.